Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. Wonder, is there an echo on here? My son was playing with my microphone. Do, do, do. Audio check, audio check. Check out the audio. Please tell me if there's an echo on this. My son was playing with this earlier. Good evening, Mr. Gonzalez. How y'all doing? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Y'all been feeling irie. That'd be JH, Oscar. I don't know where the G came from. Good evening, good morning, Amanda. What's going on? Jack, that's funny. Well, we got some news. We'll wait till we get a couple more people in here. We're going to be going through quite a bit. We're going to be talking about the carriers. We're going to be talking about the mail handlers. We're going to be talking about the Federal Retirement Fairness Act. We're going to be talking about emergency placement. We're even going to be talking about clerks doing tax. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. Wasn't around this week, so we're going to try and knock it out the park. We're going to get to that tonight about the buyout. We're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to all of that in a couple seconds. We had a brother this week in Branch that had a stroke on the route. Yeah, see that? That's rough. We had one of our truck drivers have a stroke recently. Stuff ain't cute, man. It's not a buyout for the clerks or the carriers. Ooh, I'm sorry he passed away. See? Life's too short. Y'all playing around with it. This job ain't worth it. This job ain't worth it. All right, so we're going to kind of go in order. We're going to even talk about what happened up in New York. What's going on, Christina? So once I start moving and start getting into this, I won't be able to answer any questions because I got to do a little bit of reading. My notes taken down and got some notes on the computer as well. Buyout only for the clerk job and some love. There it is, Dana. How you doing? DF Hutton, what's going on? G is for gorgeous. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Oscar, I think you actually know what my name is. Watch yourself there, buddy. The buyout. I will give you the details regarding the buyout in a second. Aaron, how you doing? Jack me off. That is funny. Richard, what's going on? Steve, we ain't gonna forget you. All right, let's start, shall we? First bit of news. New York postal worker. Sheesh. The New York postal worker was pistol whipped by a thug attempting to rob the post office. This is the foolishness that y'all got to deal with. A maniac allegedly pistol whipped a female postal worker in an attempted robbery of a post office in East Harlem, NYPD said on Friday night. Cops were called to the Hellgate station about 6:15 p.m. The man allegedly, he did, they ain't allegedly, entered the post office armed with a gun and attempted to rob the building, the police said. And then he struck a 51-year-old female in the head with the weapon, pistol whipped her, and demanded money. Now, it is rare that the post office ever has a bunch of money there. They usually put it in safes, but what do I know? However, the suspect fled empty-handed on a bicycle. The victim was treated at the scene for injuries and did not require further medical attention. No arrests have been made. An investigation is ongoing. During the daring attempted robbery just comes a few weeks after the other postal worker was just killed with a knife. See, now this is where I give my feedback. Not too long ago, there was a man that was in the street and shot somebody dead. Y'all remember that, having to do with the insurance. They knew exactly his footsteps from beginning to end. From beginning to end, they knew exactly where that man walked, where he talked, what it looked like. They went into every store. This lady works at a federal building, the post office. 51 years old. The man was on a bicycle. You're really telling me that y'all can't find him? Or you just don't want to use the resources to find him because the lady's okay? See, this is the foolishness that we have to deal with. But let's be clear, the carrier is only worth 1.3%. Yeah, 1.3%. Now, we're not sure if it was a carrier or whether or not it was a clerk. Doesn't even matter. But that's one of our postal brothers and sisters that was pistol whipped. Pistol whipped. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced that. That's a piece of heavy metal getting smacked on your head over some change. Yeah, but they feel like postal police are not necessary for some reason. It's mind-blowing how they allow us, the people that serve every post office, every address in the United States, to be treated with such lack of dignity. I just, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is not what it is, but I'm wondering when somebody's going to actually step up and say, enough is enough. Now, from what I understand, I could be wrong. I got a message about that. The next day, all the carriers called out. Yeah, that was one of those things. When is a postal worker's life mean more than some money in mail? It's supposed to, period. Safety is supposed to be number one. Yeah. On to the next topic. We could just talk about this forever. Let's talk about the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding between the United States Postal Service and the National Postal Mail Handlers Union. I'm going to read what it says, and then I'm going to give you my opinion behind it. For those that have followed me for a while, maybe you remember me talking about natural attrition. For those that don't know, it means to get rid of. Figure it out. Get rid of. Make people retire early. Get rid of people through, unnecessary disciplinary actions. Attrition. Get rid of people. So I'm going to read this for you guys. Memorandum of Understanding between the United States Postal Service and the National Postal Mail Handlers Union. One-time retirement incentive. This means this is your shot. The parties agree. They agreed to it. I don't know how many mail handlers got involved and said this is what we want, but it says the parties agree that the Postal Service will make a lump sum incentive payments totaling $15,000 less applicable taxes and deductions to eligible full-time career employees who choose optional retirement or retire pursuant to a voluntary early retirement. They call it VERA. Part-time employees shall be eligible for a prorated amount as approved below. These payments are subject to the following terms and conditions. All career employees covered by the USPS MHU 2022 to 2025 national agreement are eligible for incentives pursuant to this memorandum of understanding, except for employees who have received a notice of removal or a letter of decision as of the effective date of retirement or voluntary resignation, employees who separate via disability retirement, employees who separate via transfer to another federal agency. Employees must indicate in a manner prescribed by the employer on or before March 7th, 2025, their intent to participate in the incentive program by indicating that they wish to take optional retirement or retirement pursuant to VERA and separate effective April 30th, 2025. There'll be a lot of people retiring. Eligibility for optional or VERA retirement with incentive shall be based exclusively on an April 30th, 2025 effective date. Effective on this date, eligible employees who had previously scheduled retirement date that is earlier than April 30th, 2025 may retire on their scheduled date and receive the incentives. That means if you decide to retire early, they still will get the incentives. Effective on the date of this MOU, eligible employees who had previously scheduled date that is later than April 30th, 2025 must change their date to April 30th, 2025. That means if you wanted to retire in October, November, no, you got to retire on that date. Why is that date so special? We'll get to that in a second. And meet retirement eligibility on that date in order to receive the incentive. All retirement counseling will be conducted via phone and group sessions, blah, blah, blah. Number 3, the $15,000 incentive for eligible full-time career employees will be paid as follows. $10,000 to be paid on August 15th, 2025, and the other $5,000 to be paid on August 28th, 2026. So not like they get the 15 grand all in one shot. What about the PTF? Part-time flexible and part-time regular employees shall receive incentive payments that are prorated based on the number of hours paid in the 26 full pay periods prior to the effective date of their retirement in accordance with the following schedule. Number of paid hours under 520 is 25%. 520 and under 1,020, 50%. 1020 and under 1520 is 75%. 1520 and over is 100%. Prorated percentage shall be applied separately to each of the 2 incentive payments, 10,000 and 5,000. These payments shall be made on the same dates for full-time employees. An employee who accepts the incentive payments and subsequently seeks further career employment with the Postal Service must return the money, basically, unless a period of 2 years has passed from the date of retirement and the date of rehire. Basically, if you accept the money, you can't come back for at least 2 years. The parties agreed to relax some of the contractual complement restrictions. This is the part that everybody should listen to. The parties agree to relax some of the contractual complement restrictions in those installations where employees accept the one-time retirement incentive. This is number 4. So this mail handler VER 2025 is coming out tomorrow. Don't ask me how I got it, but you need to understand what they're talking about right now. They're saying they're going to relax some of the contract, what's in the contract regarding the complement. For those that don't know, the complement means how many people they require for that specific area or that specific facility. So if the complement says we need 100 mail handlers in total, whatever the ratios of full-time career, part-time career, and mail handler assistants, that we're not talking about that. But if they need 100 in total, let's say 15 decide to retire, and now they're down to 85, they don't have to go back and hire another 15 people to replace them. The complement says how many they need, What this is saying, the parties have agreed to relax some of the contractual complement restrictions in those installations where employees accept the one-time retirement incentive. So overall, the mail handler craft altogether will be shrinking. We can continue to talk about that part, but we're not. We're going to go into something. We're going to go into something else. All right. Attrition refers to the loss of employees through resignation, retirement, or other means, and it often negatively impacts a company by increasing recruitment and training costs, but not in this case. Offering incentives and benefits can indeed be a strategy for attrition. But Postmaster General Louis DeChoy announced a plan to cut 50,000 jobs over the next few years to help the organization reach a break-even point. I spoke about this almost a year ago. You guys kind of remember, if you've been with me that long? The reduction is expected to be achieved primarily through natural attrition, meaning they will rely on employees retiring or leaving voluntarily rather than through layoffs. The goal is to streamline operations and improve financial stability. Now, how does this overall affect? Because they keep bringing new equipment in that will replace the human factor. So obviously there's a lot of people that need to retire. Let's not be hasty about it or act like that doesn't exist. But if they're not replacing them, that means the workforce will shrink. My opinion is that they're doing this as a trial run with the mail handlers just to see how it goes. And then who's next? Who's next after that? Y'all tell me. Who do you think would be next? It's interesting that they come up with this stuff because when we look at this place as a whole, and we've been fighting for our jobs, and I'm not sure who's sitting up at top and discuss this. I don't think that's the values that a lot of the new people that are coming in, they want. Obviously, the new people coming in, they want their job, but I don't think they want to see people leave and new jobs being filled. They want to see them being filled. Again, that's just my opinion. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just a truck driver. All right, so let's see where we're at. I kind of lost you guys. I lost my screen here. Oh, there we go. Whew. Here we go. Here we go. Hope y'all following me. Next topic. I listened to Unconscious Thoughts the other day, and I thought for 1 second that he gave false information. And lo and behold, I keep a little carrier chat group, as we always hear me saying. And I asked them, I said, did you hear about this? And they said, no, I don't know. I don't think so, no. So we all thought he said something wrong. Then one man, Mr. Yaya, said, no, Jay, no. I think that's happening at my place. So after he said that, Jay had to go do some digging. It's kind of what I do. I'm a nosy person. I dig. Don't judge me. And it came down to clerks, the APWU with clerks. Apparently, there was a memorandum of understanding that has been in, I guess, for a while. And the memorandum of understanding says, okay, the new memorandum of understandings in the clerk craft allows lead clerks to perform time and attendance collection system tax. This provision was established to ensure that lead clerks handle certain timekeeping responsibilities, which were previously managed by supervisors. Some people think that's good, some people think it's bad. The MOU outlines that lead clerks must receive the necessary training to perform these duties effectively. Some people want to know, what they are allowed to do and what are they not allowed to do. Because honestly, I mean, I love my clerks, but if I had a beef with a clerk, let's be real. Let's cut the bullshit. The lead clerks, which are usually the top clerks that are sitting there, they're usually the older ones. And I'm not trying to be funny. I love y'all all, but those are usually ones that don't do no goddamn work. All right, those are the ones that usually like to boss people around. I've seen it at so many stations. It's hilarious. I've gotten so many emails about it, and those are the ones that like to boss people around. Just imagine you're a clerk or a carrier, and you got this head clerk up there that is allowed to go and change your time. Those are the only ones that are allowed to adjust your time. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that, but I don't have to deal with it. So, what they are allowed to do, allowed tax duties. They are allowed for data entry, input and update time and attendance records for postal employees. Verification. They can go on there and verify the accuracy of time entries and make necessary corrections. Reporting. Generate and review reports related to attendance and timekeeping. Now, your union shop steward can go in there and ask for, the tax just to see when you punched in, when you punched out, what they changed, etc. Now, the clerks are able to physically go in there and change it. Now, they're not supposed to do it unless they have a 1260. For those that don't know, 1260 is handwritten documentation to show that. Okay. Your supervisors, on a side note, are not allowed to change your tax either. They're not allowed to. Messing with people's times is technically against the law. What I've been hearing is that y'all have a set amount of station time where you're allowed to be in the station, and then there's time where you're on the street. They've been changing a lot of the times when you're sitting in the station so that all of it aligns with just you being in there for an hour or hour and 10 minutes. And they change it across the board. Even if you're still in there an hour, 30 minutes in, just for the uppers to see uniformity saying, oh, well, this took this amount of time. That's where they get these numbers and data from when they start looking at the carriers. For those that don't know, the carriers have to change. They move from being inside the station to loading time, then they're on the street, etc. But supervisors can go in there and change that time up. What they're saying is they're no longer allowed to do that. Blew my mind. I don't know. I'm not a carrier. Y'all tell me how you feel about that. What is not allowed in tax duties by a clerk is approval of leave. They're not allowed to approve your leave. Approving or denying leave requests must remain a supervisor's responsibility. I've always noticed that a lot of the head clerks always have the perfect time. They want to take the time. No, you can't take this time off because I'm going to be off that week. We talking about 9 months from now. Yeah, I'm going to be off that week. I'm going on vacation. You never said you. That's the stuff that happens. Disciplinary actions. Making any decisions regarding disciplinary actions based on attendance records. They're not allowed to do that. Independent decision making. Making independent decisions that are beyond the scope of their role and typically reserved for supervisors or managers. They're not allowed to do that. I had to go and ask somebody. I was, oof. Now, when it comes down to the clerks, there is one major concern, which is accuracy. They're not specialized in tax. They take a class. I've taken the class. It's a long drawn out class. But that's not their sole duty. That's not their priority. They're not doing it on an everyday basis. So there is a chance for them to have a lot of errors. Let's be real. There's a lot of errors in timekeeping records where the supervisor has to go back in. Now, you as the employee have to deal with, okay, well, I scanned in with my badge. The supervisor messed with it and adjusted it. The clerk went behind them to adjust it. The manager can go back. There's too many people playing with your time and your money. I don't like that. It's just my opinion. Role confusion. When you give a clerk, again, I love you, clerk, but when you give somebody that much power to play with somebody else's money, kind of gets to their head. kind of gets to their head. You know, employees might be unclear about the division of responsibilities between lead clerks and supervisors. That lead clerk is not your supervisor, although a majority of the time they act like it. I just do. It causes confusion and inefficiencies. This is just, and apparently this went into effect back in February of 2016. So a lot of the clerks at the station, the lead clerks, have been filing grievances and getting bank for it. I mean, blow your mind, bank. A win for the APWU? Yes, bravo, my union, but I don't know. Shit. No. Anyway, on to the next topic. Woo! Let's talk about safety teams. We were talking about this the other day. The safety teams that are coming from up top, and they have been putting people on emergency placement. Son of a bitch. I really don't like that. I don't like the thought of that. Me personally, I don't like the thought of people just running up on you and you really don't know who they are, and the whole confusion behind management as well as the carriers going back and forth. Because a majority of the time, let's be real, a lot of the carriers are under a lot of stress to move fast. They continually move fast. And there's 100% chance that they're going to skip a step. They are. It's just not even, they're going to skip a step. Whether they forget to curb their wheels or pull their brakes, I'm not making an excuse for safety. But when you put something like that on somebody, and now that it's going around that they know that there's going to be people watching them, they're going to lose their shit. They're going to lose their shit. I say if that's the case, we can't have it both ways. You can't have carriers doing every single step, but in the same breath tell them that they have to rush. And let me see where the notes on this one. Putting them on emergency placement. That's wild. Emergency placement involves placing a carrier in an off-duty non-pay status immediately due to serious misconduct or safety concerns. And Unconscious Thoughts made excellent points in regards to what is the real emergency. What could happen? Yes, I preached that in my class. Your vehicle could roll away. Is it an emergency? I don't personally think so. And it's counterproductive, because if they automatically put on emergency placement, there's a lack of due process. Before somebody gets suspended, before somebody goes, and gets sent home, they're supposed to have a union rep there with them to kind of coach them through, to be spoken to. And if the people that are coming from up top are just kind of going over that step, whether they get paid for the remainder of the day, it's still an embarrassment. It's still a headache. It's bad. And it will lead to an employee morale situation. If I were out there and I got put on emergency placement because I didn't shut my engine off, please shut your engines off, please. But let's say I got sent home for that. The next day, obviously half the post office is going to know about it, but now I'm going to talk about it. Now, everybody in the damn post office, every single person in that station, they're going to be like, man, this is bullshit. Why we got to deal with it, man? This is a Monday. We just came back. Their morale is going to drop to the ground. It is. It's going to cause operation disruption. You take somebody off a route, now you burden somebody else with their work. If they continue to use this, it's considered abuse of power. Now, I don't know what kind of power the safety team from up in Washington has. I just found out about this, honestly. But that emergency placement can be used excessively, inappropriately, leading between a lot of mistrust between management and the employees. Now, if I got put on emergency placement, or the first thing I'm gonna say is, "Damn, man, it's fucked up." You know, the supervisor who was out drinking beer yesterday, and they were like, "No, that wasn't me." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't trust you." And it happens. It happens. There's orders that get sent down from the top or enforced from the top. And now that same supervisor that, I'm not saying we were cool with, but we had an understanding. I'm doing my work, you do your work. But now I don't trust them. And then it's going to spread like wildfire amongst the employees. So that's a very touchy thing. I would implore everybody, be as safe as possible. If you have concerns regarding this, please, first thing you do is talk to your shop stewards and see what they know about it, see what could be the, outcomes of emergency placement, as well as, how to rectify those situations. Obviously, if you did all your steps from beginning to end, then there shouldn't be no issues. Now, if it's a continued thing and you know that you're a rush, let's say you're one of them people that like to rush 24/7, and you know that your route is damn near impossible to get done. Me personally, not saying this is what you should do. Me personally, I would say, look, I hear that they're putting people on emergency placement. Yeah, I've done a lot of shortcuts, but what I think I'm gonna do is I need somebody to follow me. Now I'm asking you to, I don't know what y'all call it, walk the route or something. I need an escort on a Monday or Tuesday or whatever it is. I need you to watch me go step by step, and you can do your time. And I'm gonna show you exactly what this requires, because I know I'm gonna jump in and out of that vehicle at least 70 times on this route. And every single time, I'm gonna follow every single step that's required in order for my vehicle to be safe and me be safe. I'm not rushing and running up nobody's driveway to slip and fall on no ice. I'm closing the door, I'm locking the door when the vehicle's out of my sight. I need it counted from beginning to end. If you gotta follow me every single day for a week and then you get your data, that's what you need to do. But I'm not gonna be put on emergency placement because I was rushing to try to help you make your time. That's not gonna happen. So honestly, I mean, I've done some shit like that. I've told myself, "Hey, you think you could do it faster? Please show me. Matter of fact, come take a ride with me. I'm probably one of your most efficient drivers out here. Come ride with me. If you think that I can back into this dock faster than, and I'm a beast when it comes down to driving, pat myself on the shoulder. But if you think that it can be done faster with the obstacles that I got to deal with at this specific time of day, just follow me. I need you to follow me. If you're not going to follow me, then please don't speak to me about what I can and cannot do. And I say things like that in a respectful manner, but it's not challenging authority. It's just trying to basically cover your ass, because the moment one of those people from safety come and they say, "Hey, why did you do this?" Or you're being played, and what is really going to be is, "Well, management told me to." They don't want to hear that, because according to the safety team, safety supersedes everything. That's what we say. But obviously, when you get to your stations, they feel a lot different. Like I said, I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute. Now, one of the last things I'm gonna talk about before we get into the beat here is the Federal Retirement Fairness Act. I think this will be good for those of us that. Let me read to you what it is, and I'll explain to you what it means right after. The Federal Retirement Fairness Act, if signed into law, and we're hoping it does, we're really close, would provide career employees the opportunity to make up contributions to their retirement benefits for the time they worked as temporary postal employees. Currently, postal workers who begin their postal career as temporary employees, non-career employees such as PSEs, as well as CCAs, as well as MHAs, transitional employees, and casuals are not allowed to make contributions to their retirement benefits until they become career employees. The goal of this bill is to allow employees to retire on time with their full hard-earned retirement benefits. Now, before you guys, a lot of the people that have worked here haven't been here for, well, actually, I'm not even gonna say that. In the earlier time, a lot of the uh, people that came as temporary employees, and we had to work, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years. There was really no time limit before we became career. That time that we worked as non-career did not count towards our retirement. So if I'm 50 and I want to retire at 57, but I only worked, 15 years, but 6 of those years were non-career, I only got 9 years in. Now, under this, I can make up my time for the non-career time, and that can be added in. That way I can retire on time. There are a lot of CCAs now. They convert in 2 years. That time gets put back on. The CCAs before 2018 or 2019, they had to be non-career 3, 4. There was really no time limit. So this is a major benefit for those that want to retire on time. I want to retire on time. Shit, I might retire tomorrow. All that damn non-career time I did. But I don't know. I think that's a good thing, and I'm hoping that Congress looks at that and somehow makes that come to fruition, because I believe that we all deserve to retire on time. Shit, I don't see why we wouldn't. But, we work for the government. Now, on to the foolishness. We spoke about the postal worker getting pistol whipped. Check. We talked about the mail handler attrition. Check. We spoke about safety teams. Check. We spoke about the clerks doing tax. Check. And we spoke about the Federal Retirement Fairness Act. Check. Let's see what we got here. You see, I cleared my throat. I just pulled the Saeed. I hope he's watching. That's my dog. All right. Another ad. I don't control these damn ads. I'm sorry, Will. I don't even. I got the ads on regular. All right. I know the holiday is over. Again, Will, I don't know when these ads pop up. I curbed them, park and loop them. Okay. Save your overtime money, don't purchase big ticket items. Convicted felon is going for sure private. Oh boy. I drive a Metris in Utah. They're rear wheel drive. They are. They are. I like the Metris. I don't know why everybody hates them. That's probably because I don't deliver mail. New Mexico. That's what they call it. 271G inspection walk. Yaya with his damn 8 hours. You the reason that they following us, Yaya. Who is this guy? Come to Harrisburg, PA, PMDC mail handlers on forklifts pushing 4 kids at a time while watching TV on their cell phone. Oh man. That happens at my facility as well. They do push a lot of pallets. They won't be on their cell phone. I mean, that's one of the things that, they kind of, what, during the tour that I'm at, they don't play on their cell phones. I know overnight they're on a whole different ball game. Music, they'll play the little Bluetooth. I get it because it's boring. They try to make their time go past, but they're pretty safe in my facility when it comes down to. I think the only thing that they don't do, maybe 1 or 2 of them won't have a seatbelt on. Caught a couple of them with the headphones. Also, yes, please, wherever you work, Here's a tip from me to you. Wherever you work with this post office, fuck them earbuds. They not even worth it. These people out here they trying to stick y'all up. They shooting, they fighting. These people hide your kids, hide your wife. You don't want to be caught slipping. If you don't want to be caught slipping, take one of them damn earbuds out your ear. I know we try to block out the foolishness, but it's not worth it. Just imagine the earbuds in the ear. And I just did back to it. I just did a video about the shooting at that one facility, right? At that one facility. And suppose somebody had earbuds in and they were shooting, bah, 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 and you just sitting there, you doing your clerk work, the trays, and didn't hear a damn thing. Everybody running, you pick your head up and see people running. What happened? Don't be that person. You know what I mean? Just don't be that person. It's nonsensical. I mean, I love music. I love music. I'll keep my phone in my pocket, and I'll listen to music like that. That's exactly how I do. I'm my upper pocket, and I listen to music like that. I want to hear everything that's going on. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't think of it that way. Kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. Now, what I'm going to do is I have a few people that are in the chat room that might be able to answer some questions from my chat group. So shoot your questions. Is everybody here? That's my tongue. Woo, Saeed be on this shit. I love that guy. Where's everybody at? I know it's Sunday. Oh man, I feel bad for deaf employees. I know that's right. That's what I do, plus helps alert dog and animals. When do they test you for driving tests? First day. NVS. I don't know what craft you're in. Driving tests for what? Tractor trailers or your tractor trailers are just carriers. So the way with the carriers go, I have a video about it, but being that I'm on here, I guess we'll chat. The carriers, you do a orientation, then this is how it works in my area. You do an orientation, then you do a shadow day, then you come back for a defensive driving class where you're sitting in the class. We explain all the safety, and then we schedule you for a day to come back. And when you come back, that's the day you'll be driving. If you need information on what we do, again, I have a video somewhere. I got lots of videos, but there's a video down there describing from beginning to end the test itself. Oh man. Oh man, Saeed does postal content. Postal content is what I do. You guys ain't shit. Any updates on the APWU contract negotiations? I wish I could pronounce your name. I haven't heard anything yet. I'm really cool with one of my craft directors. He gives me information. And when he gives me information, I research a little bit more and see how valid it is. He has no reason to lie. But so far, there really hasn't been a lot. I think my opinion is that they're going to wait to see how this thing turns out with the carriers on their vote and see how pissed off they are. And I think they'll move forward after that. It's unfortunate, but that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, chooch. All right. How she opened the door, £5. I'm thinking of transferring from city carrier to MVO. Is it worth it in New York? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it is. Diamond Love. Hello, how are you doing? You randomly text me like that. I didn't know who you was. It's crazy they laid off people and then they hire it. We have deadbeat CCAs who can't lift more than 5 pounds. Really? That's the limit? Okay, so here we go. You ain't lying, Will. You ain't lying. Let's keep it 100. I don't like I don't like when people come on and they have this mindset, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna do my full year, then get my FMLA, because you gotta work a full year and have a certain amount of hours underneath your belt. Because it makes the rest of the people look bad. Like I got people that come in here that two T's in the bucket. We got some lazy people getting hired. It bothers me. It bothers me because all I think about is the people that are out there right now, y'all that are out there right now, what you're gonna have as your co-workers later. Because if they're lazy, and I can tell the class, if they're lazy in the class, they got a lazy mentality, they're just gonna be a problem later. Anxiety, I'm scared of everything. I don't know what to do next. No, I don't want to. I got to get in and out the vehicle. What do you mean I got to walk to the door? Oh, it's cold out here. Rain, sleet, or snow. This is kind of what you do. You cold, you inside the vehicle. I'm standing out here teaching you. What are we doing right now? I just, and here's for the supervisors. Do your steps. Do your steps. Don't even play with it. Don't even play with it. If they suck, do not bring a problem into the post office. Seriously, the carriers have too much headaches that they're dealing with right now than to deal with Jared that just came in and don't want to lift. What do you say, 5 pounds? 5 pounds. You know what I mean? I know y'all are busy supervisors, but don't invite another problem in there. That's going to be a problem for you, supervisor, as well as the carrier craft. Let's keep it real. If you got somebody that got a stinking ass attitude and their attitude is just, you can just giving off the, I don't give a fuck. I see it. I used to deliver to the station, man, and this chick was just so nasty. She just had a nasty demeanor. Just, ugh, ugh. She was a clerk. And all she did was become a problem. And once she became career, she was more of a problem. Telling the management what she won't do and when she's gonna do this. All she did was end up giving more work to the people that were there already, that earned their stripes. That's the type of people that they're hiring. And some people may not like what I'm saying, but I'm keeping it gutter right now. It sucks. It sucks. We got a truck driver. Shit. This dude, I don't even know if he watches me, but you know what? It don't fucking matter. This dude cried like a little girl about everything. I don't know why they sending me here. Man, no, it take too long. I don't want to do this. That's too much work. What? If y'all don't know, truck drivers do not have a lot of physical work. We don't do a lot of physical work. We offload the truck, we load the truck. It's not a lot of physical work. Oop, gave the secret away. The headaches that we deal with is the driving and the unrealistic time expectation. Now, the carriers are like, driving, that's it. We drive all day. It's different when you're driving an 18-wheeler in city traffic and dealing with the foolishness. Some of you goddamn carriers need to park your vehicles where they belong. I used to pull into a damn station. Carriers parking their shit everywhere. They parking them in the no park zones and everywhere. And I'm like, how the hell am I going back into this dock? Now, while I'm thinking that and I can drive, my time is ticking because it showed that I arrived. Back to the story. This dude sucked. He just crying, man, why you get that? Just, man, grown-ass man. Grown-ass man. Nobody want to hear no grown-ass man whining. If that's you, whoever you are, don't nobody want to hear you whining. Shut up. I said it, shut up. All that whining and crying. I don't want to do this. It's too much, it's too cold outside. No, I don't like this. That truck ugly. The truck is not warm enough. I'm on it today. Yeah, I had to get this out the way for whining ass people. The people that come in, they do their work. They know what the job entails. They're like, man, this shit sucks, but I'm getting paid. Let's get the hell on out of here. Fuck that person. Fuck that person. I'm gonna get the job done. They're clerks that come in here. God damn, we got 12 extra pallets today. It is what it is. They're gonna pay me my overtime. I'm gonna get this shit done. My leg's gonna hurt. I might bang out tomorrow. I'm gonna get this shit done. But nobody wanna hear somebody whining. Everybody got problems. And my wife, man, my wife kicked me to the curb, you know. This bullshit, man. I'm tired, man. I was up all night. I was drinking. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go. Ooh, I'm about to get y'all right now, too. For those clerks that come in there early in the morning when ain't no supervisors on duty, and you punch in and you go in your car and you take a nap while you leave the other two clerks in there working, you go punch in and you go take a nap. Let's talk about it. Or you go hide in the damn bathroom and fall asleep, overburden other people. People like you that piss other clerks off. That's why everybody got a shitty attitude here. Let's talk about it. Woo! Oh man. Jose Negron went to facility number 2 pencil, had to take Jose Negron. Jose, you were supposed to email me. That postmaster wanted to talk to you one-on-one. You got to email me. Now you back on it. I left you a pinned message to email me. Now you here. That postmaster said he had some words to help you out. Now I don't put you in contact with somebody that said they're willing to help you. It's kind of what I do that network connecting thing. And he specifically said, tell him to reach out to me. So there you go. If you don't email me, then you stuck. Supposed to be a custodian. Everybody want to be a custodian. I'll go sweep some goddamn shit. Y'all want to be a custodian until they give you them scanners. Once you get them scanners, then you have to do some damn work. Them scanners are going to be managing everything for you as well. Now, anybody can take your test, and there's no real background check. There's a background check, but anybody can take your test. They bring in failed carriers from other stations like we're going to somehow make them succeed doing the same shit we were doing in the other station they failed in. Well, you chooch, I'm going to have to disagree with you. There are some people that come into work, and you notice not every station has carriers, not every carrier, not every clerk, not every mail handler, not every truck driver is willing to assist and teach. There are some people need to be taught. I've learned this when it comes down to what I do. Some people can comprehend immediately. Some people need a little coaching. If you go to a station and there's a lot of people there and they're winning, they're all winning, but none of them know how to communicate how I'm winning to a new person. There's people that know a lot of shit. They just cannot communicate that well. They don't know how to give directives. They don't know how to teach. Doesn't mean that person is a bad person because they're winning. It just means that they're not in the role to teach. They're not in a role to give instruction. So there's a lot of places that are like that. I've seen some good people that were let go because they didn't have the right direction. So maybe if they sent them to your station, maybe it's because they have people at your station that are actually good at giving good directive. Maybe. We got to take that into consideration as well. All right, there you chooch. All right. Hello, Caramel Beauty. Caramel. I put caramel in my coffee. I want my back pay already. God damn it, Steven. Steven, how you doing, brother? I got somebody in the chat that says Chicago pizza is better than our New York pizza. Anyway, I'll let you deal with that. All right. I hope there's more good than bad at the USPS. Coming in, hearing all these stories. God help me, on Friday, first day of TTO, heard a lot of lazy people coming in from construction work. NBS, you came in from construction and you're going to be a TTO. It's going to be the easiest job you ever had, brother. Stay away from the drama. Truck drivers, you either have real, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about negative about our craft. You're going to have a lot of people that are stuck in their ways. If you know how to drive and just learn the system or how to get from point A to point B, just go do your thing. When them people say, you going too fast, just do your job, brother. We still have an annex and working there is a summer camp. I bid over there, but not sure if we're getting a new mega center or not. Caramel Beauty. I want you to mail me some caramel coffee. I said it. There is a thing called caramel coffee, just in case y'all ain't know. I just got a new carry-on route right and walked up and said hello, welcome, and shook her hand. Yaya, you are not allowed to teach anybody. Yaya's one of those that will have people running, doing 8 hours and doing 13 hours of work. Period. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. New York pizza is the best. There it is. Y'all already know. Let's not get into an argument. How long does NALC have to count the votes after January 22nd? Well, I watched a video. I'm not gonna say who's it from, but he gave the date when. Oh my God! I think they got 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm not even gonna joke on that guy. So I believe they have 2 weeks. You should know something within 2 weeks. Somebody in the comment correct me when it comes down to how long do they have to take to do the votes. I had the information, but it's not in front of me. I don't want to give you wrong. Hope the joy doesn't take my line. H money. We just won our grievance at step 3. Good deal. Well, it takes a special person, as I said. There it is. Steven Torres said it. Shot till I die must not be in here, or he'd be arguing with us. We in the office 4 hours. We have really gotten the shaft for the first post plan. We went from 8 hours to 4 hours. And the last contract, we can't even get converted to career. I'm sorry, what craft are you? Life lessons? 5-pound lady left all my split parcels in my case. A toddler can lift them. They be on it, boy. If people get injured, they be milking that system. Been here for about a month and still haven't been able to sign up for health insurance since changing over to the PSC. Called HR multiple times, no help at all. So with the health insurance, we automatically got converted over. They're supposed to mail you a packet. HR is. I don't have their, actually, let's see. I don't know if you have the number. Let's see if I can find it. You probably have this number, but we'll try and give it to you again. You know what? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to help this person out with his health insurance. Human resources for let's see. 877-477-3273. That's HR Shared Services. If you can't reach them that way, there's a Postal Service Health Benefits Helpline. The helpline itself, 844-451-1261. I'm sorry. Son got me sick. Again, HR Shared Services, 877-477-3273. Yeah, you should be typing that. And the Postal Service Health Benefits Helpline, 844-451-1261. Got that? Now, those are definitely y'all should be having the Postal Service Health Benefits Helpline. That way, when you get through to them, they will be able to tell you what your benefits are. Because some of the stuff did change from where we were to where we are right now. Hope that helped a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Boom. No bacon for you. No bacon for me. We don't eat pork over here. Danny delivers. What's going on, Danny? You up there in the NY. Danny, before I block you, New York pizza or Chicago pizza? Come with the right answer. What's up, Postal fan? New York. Okay. He's good. He's good. Don't block him. It'll take another 2 weeks to count the ballots. For March, blah, blah, blah. Phillies. I work at UPS. Tell me what happened. You work for UPS. Oof. Nothing. I think we all gonna quit and come work over there. Come work for UPS. Anyone who converted at the end of the open season, they can only get health insurance now by faxing paperwork in, faxing it in. USPS pure quality in 2025. Oh man, that's rough. UPS taking too long on their short post. Bring it back to the post office. I don't know if you want to do that. I know UPS don't like having all that extra work. Some people, it went up a lot because their short posts be small packages. If they cut, was it 25%, 30%? If they got that 30% back, that means they got 30% more work. Yeah, they were. Yo, Jay, really? I don't know how to adjust these ads. It says regular ads. I'm sorry. You know what, Danny? You get over it. Audio check. Why is my microphone don't show like it got audio? What is the big question? Mid-March for new contract if no vote wins? What do you mean by that? Mid-March for that's the timetable. For new contract if no vote wins. Oh, so if there's a no vote for the actual tentative agreement, they got to bring it back to the table. And I believe it goes to arbitration then. They have to set a date for arbitration. That's how that works. I don't know when. March, yeah, shit. You might be right. I don't think you'll have a new contract set at that point because people still have to vote them. Yeah, that's a rough situation. Remember last year when I was saying, even if y'all did anything, you won't see no money till damn near September, end of the summer. You see what I mean now, right? Gonna play the long game. That's the timetable. Sure. Post office don't care if these other delivery services use our mailboxes. They're not supposed to be putting their stuff in your mailbox there, Stephen. Who can we reach out to about OSHA case our PM claims someone made a year ago about rats and roaches in the building? She said we're not allowed to bring food in the building. She said you're not allowed to bring food into what building? postmaster. I'm assuming that's a station. I never heard about that. I never heard about that. OSHA, you can go online, I'm assuming, and call OSHA directly and ask them about that, but I've never heard anything like that before. What state do you work in, JH? I work in a state of confusion. Some people know, some people don't. Try to stay out the limelight because I rhyme right. My UPS buddy says they ain't got enough trucks to match employees, and he's drowning in SurePost since they took it back. You know, I've seen a lot of them doubled up now. Like they were out in front, and there's two of them sitting in their vehicle, running, one going this way, one going that way. I didn't think that was I didn't think they would go after the holidays. That's wild. Jay lives in America. You know that's right. Live in America. UPS and Amazon will deliver our packages. Who's going to deliver our mail when we're privatized? We're not going to be privatized. That'll never happen. That's not going to happen. All right, we at 9:19. I don't like to drag things on. Do we have any more questions? I'm hoping that I gave as much information that I had. I was just sitting back, just gathering all this throughout the week, and it was rough. It was rough. I wanted to do one video a piece, and I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time. Who's out there doing Amazon right now? Shit, me. You remember when everybody was complaining about too much Amazon? Y'all remember that? Then they were complaining about, there was just so much they were complaining about. Too much Amazon. At one time, there was a bunch of Target. We had a bunch of Walmart. We used to have a lot of stuff coming through us, and it was overwhelming a lot of people. But now, shit, yeah, they keep cutting back, which is why they keep, management keeps talking about, oh, your routes are not as long as they used to be. Not saying that they're right, because they're definitely not right. I had something else that I was going to run into. This quiet quitting. People quiet quitting. It's weird. Yeah. Let's see. Y'all already know I can't BMC. Ads. I got premium and get no ads. Yeah, I don't know how to change that. Mm-hmm. Big list of blah blah blah. Saeed needs ads. Oh, y'all are silly. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. Danny is based on you lost the bid to file a grievance. No such thing as too much mail. I remember when UPS was on strike, we get bombarded with their packages. I wish we concentrated on packages businesses back then. Well, we not gonna have no choice. I don't know what they really got going on, but there's a lot having to do with transportation, and they're very tight on transportation right now. For everybody, for every aspect of the country. They're really trying to get a lot of the work back. They're getting rid of a lot of contractors. But transportation is the most expensive um, department at the post office when it comes down to the air travel, which we damn near no longer have. They're definitely cutting back on a lot, and they're really trying to figure out how to maximize the space in every truck that goes out. Every truck, and I did a full video about this. I know because my son was sitting right next to me about if we have a 53-foot trailer, but we're only using 15, 20 feet of it, we're just driving around with a lot of air. And that's definitely not cost effective. So they're doing a lot of analytics, a lot of data collecting, shortest routes, idle time for truck drivers, speed, hard turn, all this foolishness having to do with, it's not even foolishness, I understand. We call it foolishness, they call it efficiency. But the pressure that it puts on the truck drivers, the pressure that it puts on the mail handlers to get the trucks loaded, there's a lot. And they keep trying to bring new equipment. Y'all are, again, some of y'all are new. I was sending you videos or uploading videos of this new equipment that was coming in, these electric robots that were loading the equipment. They have these electric pallet jacks that there's, again, there's nobody operating these things. They're just robots and bringing them out. And they work in some places. They're upgrading some of the facilities so that this equipment actually works. Y'all ever been inside an Amazon facility? You see some of the weirdest things. But that goes back to where I think that natural attrition is coming from with the mail handlers. If they have electric robots taking a lot of the work off of the physical person to try to make it more efficient so that the vehicles get loaded faster, truck drivers get in and out faster. It's all part of a big plan. My opinion. My opinion. What do I know? Just a truck driver. When somebody wins bids on light duty, you must present paperwork that you will be fully duty soon in order to keep your bid. Otherwise, second place will get it. Carrier is the most secure job. That's why it's the hardest, and they only make it harder. Chooch, do you even lift, bro? Do you even lift, bro? You don't lift. The Joy is the king of logistics. He's pretty good. The Joy's people don't like him. They don't know nothing else. He know how to move stuff around. I know they spend a lot of money um, to keep that guy security. Security detail. I was talking to one of them the other day. They were sitting outside. He was in the yard. I really wanted to talk to him. And all of a sudden, I buckled. Had the opportunity. I was like, he might know who I am. He might not like what I got to say. But I spoke to his agents that he had. I said, the Joy in there? I'm assuming the Joy's in there. Good guess. Oh, okay. I walked the other way. Somebody wins a bid like duty. All right. You need right shoulder surgery. Right shoulder surgery. Oh, that sucks. I'm a TTO driver in Houston, Texas. The mail slowed up and they are trying to cut overtime, but they hired a lot of new drivers. I don't understand. The mail slowed up, yes. I believe that between Houston and Dallas, Texas, and Houston and other areas, y'all have contractors that move your mail from one spot to the other, longer distances. I believe that they have purchased a lot of 53-foot postal trailers as well as twin screw tractors for truck drivers to do longer distances. I believe, my opinion is that they're going to be doing these swap outs. So distance between Houston and Dallas is a ways. They may go halfway, swap a trailer with somebody else, another truck driver from that facility, and then keep it moving. Try to keep a lot of the work in house. My opinion. I would do some. I do some decent. Woohoo! Get back into it. Yeah, 10 roads on their way out. Yes. Yeah, they pay them a lot of money. They pay 10 roads a lot of money. So the longer distances and any last minute trips that we have, I'm putting y'all inside right now. When one of our tractor trailer operators cannot or are not allowed to do it, say, I'm going to give you the distances. They can't do it. They have a bidding system for truck drivers. So transportation man is going to put the bid up. New York, let's say that they're going from Philly to Albany, New York. That's a ride. That's a ride and back. They're going to give them, they're going to put the bid up for a truck driver to come to the facility, load it, and then drive that way. It's cheaper than having that person on a contract to just put the bid up, and random truck drivers around the country have the option to look on the bid board and say, hey, you know what? I'll take that load. And they come by the facility, they'll pick up the mail, and they'll drive it to the next facility. That way, it takes the burden and the headache off of the post office by having contracts with these contract companies, basically, HCR, highway contracted routes, where we're technically paying not only their salary, we're paying for their health insurance and everything. That's all incorporated in their contract. So they may pay 10 roads, 5 million. I'm just using a figure, 5 million for 2 years, their contract for 2 years. They no longer have to pay that. Now they're just going to pay one by one on an as needed basis, which saves the post office quite a bit of money. Oof. Hope I ain't lose nobody. There we go. Are they still doing that pilot program in Oklahoma? Yes. Oklahoma City, yes. Oh, big shout out to Joey. That's my dog. You know who you are, Joey. He just got engaged. You know what? You a beast, bro. Joey, he moved and he was Oklahoma City. That's my guy. And he went and he was at I believe it was a Knicks game. And he got that engagement camera. It was beautiful, beautiful. And it zoomed in on him. He asked his lady to marry him. It was on Zoom cam. I almost shed a tear. And for the lady, you got you a prize, okay? I'm just putting it out there because Joe is a prize. Oof. I said it. These men out here are prizes as well. She got him a prize. He's the prize. That's right. She got herself a prize. He a beast. Anyway, 2 slices, order of fries, and a soda can. What are we even talking about? We got some trucks coming from Phoenix, Arizona, Santa Barbara. That's about $8. You're getting $1,200 to go across the street. That was crazy. All outside Canada. It doesn't matter. The Georgia plant, Virginia plants are still delaying mail. Big knock. With my square pizza earlier. How many mega centers to open in 2025? I'm not sure. They'll ask me questions I don't have easy access to right now. But I don't want to drag this out any longer. We're at 9:32. Melodious Alien. It's interesting. Hope I can make good hours as an RCA. Orientation is tomorrow. Watch your videos to prep. Thank you for that. RCA, you get paid a little bit differently. I don't know how those work. Just be safe. That's all I can tell you is be safe. With all that being said, listen, Postal family, I got a couple videos I'm gonna be doing throughout the week. I just wanted to give y'all a rundown. And if you showed up late, here's a recap of what we spoke about. Earlier in the video, we spoke about the carrier that was pistol whipped, 1.3%. I don't know if it was a carrier or a clerk. They said postal worker. I assumed it was a carrier, but the lady was 51 years old. Who hits a woman in the head with a gun? Soft ass. Mail handler with their attrition thing that's gonna pop up tomorrow, offering them 15,000. Oh, it was a clerk. Caramel. Don't you have my number? Why you sit here and you let me misspeak all this time? So it was a clerk. So she 51 years old, slapped somebody in the head with a gun. APW, what are we doing for this lady? I wouldn't come back to work. Now, yeah, think about that. You in there doing it at your end of your day, 6 p.m. That's the end of their day. Counting a couple dollars and sending the, collecting the keys from the carriers. I don't know if they do that in Manhattan, but just doing clerk work. And somebody come in there to rob the place. And they can't lock the doors. That's the bad thing. They can't keep all the doors locked because the carriers have to go in and out. You know what I mean? It's like there's no safety in that situation. Anybody that works at a station knows you got them freaking heavy doors. They can either walk through or you can't. Some of them got codes on them, those little tiny doors, but the carriers don't use that. But now this lady just here, whatever she was doing, to be assaulted by some scrub that they can't find. You can find somebody that killed a billionaire, but no, one of our people. You did email me. Did you email me? You might have. I'm sorry. I thought you don't email me. Don't email me. You got my message. You got my number. You text me. I get 300 emails. I try to read them all. Man, still many lives changing for the better. I don't know about changing for the better. Information. They use it to work themselves. Well, that's good. I heard it was a manager. Danny. I don't know. Oh, you did email me. Come to think about it. You said it was around the corner from you. What about that guy that lost his life over a sandwich in New York? Yeah, I did a video about that. That sucks. It's a shame is nobody's reached out to me because I wanted to do something to raise a little funds for his family because I don't think the post office is going to do much for him, my opinion. Ray Hodge funeral is January 16th in New York, starts at 3 p.m. That's the 16th. That must be Friday. Caramel, you got all this information. You could email me. I said somebody email me so I could reach out to the family. True Latina, 1818. I don't do much. I just talk. I make stuff up as I go, Latina. Where are you at? What type of what's your craft? Latina. It was a manager? No. Was it a manager? Danny, I think you text me this information as well. I don't know if it was a manager. You're a CCA. Are you new to the game? Oof. I wish you luck, young lady or lady. I'm not gonna say young lady. Rookie. Well, I'm glad. I don't think I've seen you on my channel before, Latina. But a lot of these people here are they're like-minded. They joke with each other, but they're willing to help. So If you need any help, just please reach out. We got a whole squad here for everybody. How many postal family lost everything in California fires? Yeah. Does Congress know that mail carriers are working without contract? Yes, they do. You heard Jay works for USPS. That's a lie. I haven't communicated, but I watch your channel a whole lot. Okay. You're well aware. Postal family, I gotta get to going. Got to get to shaving. Got to get to sleep. Got to get to. And I gotta figure out how to do this thing on my ads. Yeah. See? I just said ads and it popped up. I'm so sorry about these ads. I don't know how to. I really don't. Yeah, you gotta help me with this, bro. Union, New Jersey. All right, fam. We out. Got to go. Oh, yeah. Drop my son's little video in the chat. My son made his little acting debut. It was pretty funny. I don't understand why Congress doesn't know what's happening. They know what's happening in the post office. They do. It's whether or not, I don't know. I think their hands are tied, or it's Congress, government. They choose what they want to deal with. You hear them talking, they all sound like they really in an uproar. The ones that scold the joy. I think it's a facade. They do that so they can get little video clips to put on their channel. That's what it is. Oh. All right, Danny, be easy. Anybody has want to see Jay mopping? Yeah, that little YouTube clip, that's my son. That's funny. Y'all showed the little man some love. He just knew he was gonna do some acting. All right. It's JH, and I gotta figure out how to end this. And I'm out. Edit. Oh, I could have went in here. I found it. I found where the ads are at the end of it. My bad. Nobody ever told me this. Let's see, live chat. Now I gotta figure this out. We're doing this live, okay? Here we go. Boom. I figured it. I figured out the ad thing just now. Yep. Goes to show how much I don't play on the internet. All right. I'm out.